These AI projects on AWS are so good that it feels like cheating. They'll take you from a complete beginner to someone who knows how to build real AI systems in the cloud. I'm Suleiman. I've been working with cloud and AI for over 10 years, and I run my own AI cloud security consultancy. In this video, I'll share 5 AI projects that you can build on AWS. We'll start beginner friendly, but each project will get progressively more advanced to build your skill set for the final capstone project at the very end. Starting with project number 1, the Voice Vault. So here is a problem when you're studying for exam certifications or you're learning something new. You create tons of written or typed up notes, and right now your study notes just sit in your notebook or your laptop. But you can't always be behind your desk, and you might want a new way to learn. So the solution is turning your study notes into mini podcasts that you can listen to at any time. And here is how it works. You upload your study notes as text files to S3, which automatically triggers a Lambda function. The best part about using Lambda is that you're only paying for what you use, because Lambda shuts down after completing the work. Now, implementing AI into your projects is much easier than you think. Now, most people imagine that you need machine learning knowledge or months of AI expertise. But the reality is that we are leveraging what AWS has already built for us. They've trained the models, they've built the infrastructure, and they've packaged it all into simple services that we can use right away. So we're not building any AI from scratch. We're simply making API calls and adding the all-important intelligence layer to our applications. And here is how we do it. A Lambda function will send a text to Amazon Polly, which is AWS's text-to-speech service. Amazon Polly turns your notes into clear audio files, which then get stored back into S3. Once that is done, you can access your audio study notes by downloading them directly from S3 to your phone or your laptop or any device and listen to them anywhere in the world. And as easy as that, you've implemented AI into a real project solving a simple problem that we are all facing when we are learning. Project number 2, the Sentiment Detective. Things get a little bit more complex now, so make sure you are paying attention, otherwise you won't understand what is happening. Let's start by asking the question of what problem are we solving here? Well, every single business today is drowning in content. Customer reviews, social media posts, support tickets, and feedback forms. And right now, a lot of teams are manually reading through thousands of pieces of content, trying to understand what customers are actually saying. This is slow, it's expensive, and most importantly, it's wasting valuable time for employees that could be doing something else, something more meaningful. For our tech stack, we're starting with S3. S3 handles our content storage, documents, text files, and whatever comes in. When new content arrives, this will automatically trigger a Lambda function that does all of our smart work. Now, for this project, our Lambda function takes the content and makes an API call to Amazon Bedrock. That is it. A straightforward request like this. Analyze this customer review and tell me the sentiment, key topics, and urgency level. Bedrock, which gives you access to Claude, which is like ChatGPT, processes this and sends it back with structured results, all within our private AWS environment. Now, our Lambda function takes those results and stores them in DynamoDB for quick access. We can also use CloudWatch to track our analysis patterns and SNS to send alerts when we detect urgent issues such as negative sentiment spikes. And with that, we've built a complete system that processes content automatically, extracts the business insights, and then alerts teams when action is needed. Project number 3, the Visual Wizard. What's the problem? Well, we all have thousands of photos on our phones and computers that are completely impossible to find when we need them. And right now, you are looking for that photo of your car. Or maybe you're looking for a picture from last year's vacation and you're scrolling through 5,000 photos hoping to stumble across it. Photo apps try to help with basic date and sorting, but that's just useless when you can't remember when you took the photo. With this project, we're building a system that automatically understands what's in your photos and makes them instantly searchable. And here is how it works. Photos get uploaded to S3, which automatically triggers a Lambda function. Again, our Lambda function sends each photo to Amazon Rekognition, AWS's computer vision service that can identify objects, people, activities, and even scenes in images. Rekognition returns labels like dog, beach, sunset, family, car, or birthday party. The genius is in its simplicity. We take those labels and we store them in DynamoDB along with the image location and the metadata. And now your photos are automatically tagged and organized. And then you have to add search functionality, and to do this, you can create API gateway endpoints that let users search through their tagged photos. API Gateway is AWS's service that creates REST APIs. Basically, it lets you build web interfaces that can search your DynamoDB database and return matching photos instantly. Then CloudWatch can track how many photos are being processed, helping us optimize the system performance. It's important as well to remember the big picture here. You're building these projects to demonstrate your skill set. For this one, you are showing you can use computer vision for automatic tagging and create searchable databases. Just think about it. Every company has images, they have documents or content that needs to be organized and searchable. And you can apply these same skills to organize product catalogs, medical images, security footage, or any visual content. Project number 4, the meeting analyst. And here is the problem. Every business wastes hours after meetings manually writing notes and trying to remember what we actually decided. Now, don't get me wrong, there are automatic note takers right now that record and make AI summaries, but we're going to build our own and make it way better. We are building a system that can automatically convert meeting recordings into searchable transcripts and intelligent summaries. For this project, we're going to start very simple. You're going to download a recording from the platform that you use and take meetings and then upload it to S3. From there, we'll use SQS. This queues up the files and processes them one by one. And as soon as they're ready, we're going to set up a Lambda function to trigger it and pick up these queued files and do 2 AI tasks. Firstly, it sends the audio to Amazon Transcribe, AWS's speech-to-text service. Transcribe is smart enough to handle multiple speakers and filter out any background noise, giving us a full transcript with timestamps. And here is where it gets intelligent. We then send that transcript to Amazon Bedrock, and it asks it to extract the important stuff like the key decisions, the action steps, and the main topics discussed. Everything then gets stored in DynamoDB, and then we can use SNS to send notifications when transcripts are ready. We then need to build a simple search function that queries DynamoDB, type in budget approval, and it searches through all your stored transcripts and summaries to find matching meetings. And the business impact here is immediate. You can easily search back and see who made the important decisions or what deadlines that you guys have agreed on. That said, this project has one flaw right now. We are still manually uploading meeting recordings to S3. So here is a little challenge for you. The next stage will be figuring out how to automatically upload and integrate this project with Zoom or Microsoft Teams. And a quick tip for you is to use API integrations and platform webhooks to auto-save recordings directly to S3 the moment the meeting ends. Finally, project number 5, the Conversion King, a capstone project. This brings together everything that we have learned. So what problem are we solving? Now, e-commerce businesses struggle with helping customers find products that they actually want to buy. Right now, most sites just show popular items or basic category filtering. And the result of this is that customers get overwhelmed with irrelevant products, spend forever searching, and often leave without buying anything. That means businesses are missing out on sales because customers can't find what they are looking for. The Conversion King changes this completely. And here is how we're going to build it. Instead of the serverless approach that we've been using, where Lambda functions run only when triggered, we're going to be deploying a web application on some EC2 instances with an application load balancer in front of it. Now, EC2 is basically like renting a computer in the cloud that runs 24/7, and the application load balancer, well, think of it like a traffic controller, which ensures our Conversion King stays responsive even when hundreds of thousands of customers are shopping at the very same time. This gives us more control and lets us handle real-time recommendations efficiently, which is exactly what e-commerce websites need. So EC2 will collect customer interactions, things like views, purchases, and searches, and then stores this data in RDS. RDS is a relational database where we store data in tables. This is different from DynamoDB that we've been using so far. Think of it like Excel tables that can connect to each other, perfect for tracking customer behavior patterns and how products can relate to each other. And here is how the recommendation magic happens. When a customer visits your e-commerce website, our application running on EC2 needs to show them the product recommendations. From there, the application looks up the customer's browsing history from our RDS database, what they viewed, what they've bought, and what they have searched for. Then it takes that information and sends a request to Amazon Bedrock saying something like, this customer has been looking at cameras and hiking gear. What 5 products from my catalog should I recommend to them? By the way, just something important to understand here, that Bedrock doesn't just magically know about your specific products or customers from day one. Instead, we are collecting customer data over time in our RDS database, and the more data that we collect, the richer the context that we can provide to Bedrock in in our prompts. And after we ask Bedrock for recommendations, Bedrock will use its general AI knowledge about how products relate to each other, combined with the specific customer data that we provide to make intelligent recommendations. For example, if someone viewed a camera, Bedrock might recommend things like other similar cameras, camera accessories, photo editing software, maybe even camera bags. When I say cached, I just mean that we temporarily store the results so we don't have to ask Bedrock the same question over and over, saving costs and making everything faster. Then we can use CloudWatch to track recommendation accuracy and click-through rates, helping us optimize the customer experience, because everything is about personalizing the customer experience. SNS sends alerts when recommendation performance drops below the certain thresholds, when trending products emerge, or when the system detects unusual customer behavior patterns that might actually indicate new opportunities for us. Now, the business impact is massive. You're increasing the number of sales, improving customer experience, which is exactly what hiring managers are looking for in 2025. The best thing about these AI projects is that they solve real business problems while teaching you the core AWS AI services. And if you really want to stand out in the job market today, there is no better way than showing that you can leverage AI. And remember, we are not just tagging AI into a project. There's a real purpose to it. And if there's one thing to take away from this video, when you are implementing AI, like I said before, it's about making sure the end user experience for the customer is ultimately better. Typically, that's through personalization. But yeah, whatever you're building, ensure you're solving problems and making the end user experience better. So good luck. Make sure you tag me on LinkedIn with the projects that you've built, because I've had a lot of people take these ideas that I share on the channel and actually go and implement them into their projects and get hired. I love seeing that. So keep it up. Peace.